What is up, YouTube? Ace here from Fit to Play Games, and today is December 24th, 2020, which is Christmas Eve. First, I want to say, guys, I apologize for my last video. I remember saying like I wanted to do a part 3 or part 4. Actually, that last video was part 4, and I wanted to do an extra games pickup before the 25th as we go ahead and summarize everything tomorrow that we have picked up for the entire month of December. So guys, as a special last minute shopping, I was able to stop by to the retro store that I usually frequent, which is Disc Replay, and I was able to pick up some games that I have been eyeing for a while just because I didn't have them in my collection. So this is my last minute games pickup for the month of December of 2020, part 5. So let's go ahead and snap it like it's hot. Alright guys, without wasting any more time, the first game that I am going to show you is Fight Night 2004. Now, I'm a big fan of fighting games, Tekken, Street Fighter, all of those fighting games, even the MMA beatdown games. Now, I'm so surprised that I did not have this for my original Xbox system, and I only have this one on my PlayStation 2. So I've been looking at it for a while, and I've been waiting for some sales at Disc Replay, and sure enough, if you buy anything that's $5.99 or $3.99 below, you get one free game. But anyway, skip all that. This game was one of the most vicious boxing game that I've ever played. Forget all the quirky and the cartoony punch out games that came out way back in the past. Obviously, that's where it all started. I understand that, but when I got my hands on Fight Night 2004, it totally got me hooked. My cousin, he's the one who introduced me into Fight Night 2004 on the PlayStation 2, and I just never gone back. Like, I've gotten hooked into the fighting sports games such as the Fight Night, all the way up to the most recent, which is Fight Night Championship. And this is no different. I'm just super stoked that I finally added it in my collection. I actually went back to all my back catalogs of original Xbox games, and I didn't find this. I'm like, dang it, why didn't I have this in my collection? Anyway, this is one knockout game that you should really add to your collection if you are a fan of boxing games. Second game, here we go. Since we are in the topic of fighting games, I might as well add in Fight Night 2002 for my original Xbox system. Now, I'm super surprised, really, guys. My backlog games of OG Xbox did not include Fight Night Round 2. Fortunately, but I do have it on a PlayStation 2 system. But since it was cheap, it was $3.99 at Disc Replay. Pair it up with this $5.99 Fight Night 2004. That definitely equals a free game. So anyway, before I forget, EA Sports sports games always featured somebody famous in front of their covers. Obviously, Fight Night 2004 is the reigning and defending undefeated champion at that time, Roy Jones Jr. He is one of my favorite, most athletic boxer in the whole wide world. Definitely check him out. He just recently had a fight with Mike Tyson as well for a charity boxing match, which is pretty cool. You guys should definitely check that out if you guys are boxing fans. And here on Fight Night Round 2, we've got Bernard Hopkins. This guy was also a beast in the canvas. He put anybody out, middleweight, all the way up to the heavyweight champion. This guy is a beast. How do I know that? Because this guy kept on fighting before he retired at the age of 50. This guy has got to be possibly one of the oldest person that has won a championship at the age closer to 50, which is pretty cool. And he had been defeated. Obviously, he had to be defeated by somebody who was younger, much more superior in speed and power. Obviously, the last thing that really disappears in a fighter is their strength and power, but the speed is gone. Anyway, that is Fight Night Round 2, one of my most favorite fighting games right after I started playing this. This one was the first fighting boxing game that I've ever played. Round 2 was the second, and I loved it all the way up to all of the Fight Nights that has come out from EA Sports. Obviously, there's some Fight Nights that I'm not a big fan of, but we'll talk about that in a different time. Anyway, if you guys are interested, you should definitely check this out. It's old, but it still has a lot of sass and a lot of fight in it. So definitely check it out. If you guys ever come across it, pick this up. It's awesome. You'll love it. Alright, so now we have a game here that I have no idea why I picked it up. Well, it's actually a freebie from buying the Fight Night 2004 and Fight Night Round 2, and that is Reign of Fire. Now looking at it from the back here, it seems like a flight simulator, but instead of becoming like some kind of ship or whatnot, you're actually a dragon, and your fire or your ammunition is actually your breath. So Reign of Fire, Breath of Fire, you know, something like that. Anyway, if any of you guys have any idea how this game plays, if it's wonderful, if it's amazing, let me know at the comments below. I'm kind of hoping this would play out just like Crimson Skies, but I'm kind of skeptic. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this game. I have no experience playing this game, so please let me know, help me out by jotting that down in the comments below. And anyway, that is Reign of Fire, the freebie from buying Fight Night 2004 and Fight Night Round 2. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a detour for a second, and we'll talk about shmup games. Now, this game that I have is actually one of those fantastic games that came out in Japan and was able to set their steps into North America. Now, let me just say this in all honesty, all the best shoot 'em ups is still in Japan. We don't have every single one of them because we don't have access to it, and for some reason they've just never been ported or sent overseas here in the US for us to try. But I'm super glad, and I don't mind paying the price that I paid for this one. I really wanted to have it because it was one of those shoot 'em ups that I thought was really crappy, but after playing it and trying it out for myself, guys, like literally 30 minutes before I started working on this video, I was actually playing Akai Katana for the Xbox 360. This is one of those games that was actually able to slip out of Japan and traveled over here in the US. And this is probably one of those, this thing is crazy vicious. Like if you guys like Ikaruga, now I'm a big fan of Ikaruga and I love playing that in the arcades, and I'm actually able to pick up a special edition copy from it, which I'll probably tell you guys about it next time in a different video. But if you thought Ikaruga was hard, you should definitely try out Akai Katana. Now this would definitely mold and try your patience and your brain's thoughts in taking commands and also focusing on everything, because this is really a fidgety type of shoot 'em ups. There's so many things in the screen at the same time, like trying to avoid one thing after another. It's just really crazy, but it's super good. Now if you guys see all of those missiles and all that stuff, we've seen it all, but you haven't seen Akai Katana until you've tried it for yourself. It's really gonna drive you crazy, but if you're able to somehow manage to go on to each different levels that it has, then man, you guys are beasts, and you guys are monsters of shmup games. Anyway, that is Akai Katana. I paid 30 bucks for this, but I think it's definitely worth the price, just because it's one of those probably hard to find, even rare games that came out here in the US from Japan, and not to mention it's a shoot 'em up game. Anyway, that is again Akai Katana. Alright guys, so this next two games are definitely related, and I've been eyeing this since last month. I was there at Disc Replay, I would say last week of November, and I checked these out because they were in their cases and they were actually in the box. So I asked the cashier if I can see them out of the case and if I can open them, and they definitely are. Unfortunately, one box contains all of its inserts including the game, but the other one only has the box and the game in it, no inserts, no manuals, no nothing. And these games are Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World Advance 3, Yoshi's Island. Now these games are super awesome. Now if you played any of the Super Marios on the original NES, then you would know that these are definitely something you should pick up if you're a big fan of Super Mario. Now the reason I picked them up is because these boxes are in pristine condition. You see like some boxes has like tattered paper on the side, like some of that stuff. These boxes, you see how clean they are? There's a slight bent on here, but that's fine. And anyway, this is Yoshi's Super Mario Advance 3, but this is the one without any inserts, basically just the box and the game. I might just go ahead and complete it one of these days, but I had to go pick it up, otherwise somebody else would have gotten it. Got this for $15, guys. That's 15 bucks, and including the box. Of course, no inserts, no manuals, but that doesn't matter. I could always find that somewhere else. But that is Super Mario Advance 3 Yoshi's Island. And then the other one, which has everything in it, Super Mario World Super Mario Advance 2, has everything in it. And if you guys take a look, it's also the same condition. I'm assuming the owner that sold this to Disc Replay owns both of these, because these things are in pristine condition. I might as well go ahead and buy one of those clear protective square boxes for these, just so they don't get tattered. And I would show you all of the manuals, but every time I try to take this out, it makes me feel like I'm ruining the box, so I'm gonna skip that. Anyway, this one, the Super Mario Mario Advance 2, has all of his inserts. This one just has the box and the game, which is Yoshi's Island. Now those are awesome pickups to me. My advanced games only is again growing because of all these advanced games that I'm starting to pick up. All right, next up, guys, so this last pickup that I'm going to show you is no way or nowhere related to video games whatsoever, but it is part of one of my passions, which is anime. And lately I've been looking for some older animes, somewhere around the 2000s, even later, late 90s, and I actually found this one. This is pretty cool. This one is called Soul Hunter. Now let me tell you guys the backstory. Terrible wicked spirits tread the ground searching for ways to annihilate mankind. The wise guardians in the sky know they need a brave, clever soldier to single-handedly send the evil souls to their doom. Unfortunately, they chose Taikobo. It's nice to know the forces of good still have a sense of humor during these dark times. What's cool about it, like the older animes, is that they are able to somehow mix in comedy with something serious. I mean, the end of the world. I mean, come on, evil spirits trying to destroy mankind, and then all of a sudden they send this goofy guy who completely is like cowardly, but at the same time he's got this hidden power that if he unleashes, he's able to stop anybody. Well, anyway, that is Soul Hunter. Now I cannot wait to sit down and, you know, just kind of binge on watching this. Obviously Ms. Zoro is going to be hanging out with me during this weekend, so I'm super excited. We both like animes, anything that's funny, really, like romantic comedy and all that stuff, romantic comedy animes as well. So that's something, this is something that we can binge on, look forward to, and just kind of relax for the entire weekend until the 25th. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that is Soul Hunter. That is my last pickup for the month of December, and tomorrow I'll try to drop the video as early as I can of all the, just a summary of all the things, games, animations, and statues and accessories that we picked up throughout the month of December. Hopefully I'll try to keep it in a very short video, just so I don't take too much of your time. But yeah, that'll be it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video and hanging out here with me today. And if this is your first time in the channel and you like these kind of content, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification buttons too, so you can get the notification whenever I drop a brand new video. Until then, thank you so much. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.